Dance Macabre, written by Andrew Adams and narrated by Chadwick Polson. Evening, Archie. I salute while leaning back against a slab of stone. It has been yet another long and eventful work shift in a string of them lately.
Evening, Fred.
Say, Arch, take a load off with me. Would you care for some ale? Sure has been a long night.
Aye.
Archie is a man of few words, but a proper gent regardless, and a great one with which to get a bit boozy. Nice night, though, isn't it, Arch? Full moon, a smidge chilly, just the right amount of fog.
Aye,
he replies again, while staring up at the nearly greenish-black sky alongside me. The time must be near the witching hour. Aye, indeed. So how's it hanging tonight, Archie?
Maybe you could give me a hand with that ale?
He gestures at the second bottle, which I brought over here specifically for him. Of course, excuse my manners, mate. I crack his bottle open and lean over to my side to pour a few mouthfuls down his throat as he guzzles them eagerly. Better, Arch?
Aye, much better, Fred. Everybody could use some good ale on a night like this.
That may be the longest sentence I have ever heard Archie string together. Good old Archie. Evening, Fred. Have to agree with Archie on this one. Everybody deserves some good ale tonight. You got any more for us? Evening, Charlie. Evening, Morty. Aye, I think I can spare a bit for two fine gents such as yourself. And with that, I pour a few mouthfuls of ale into both Charlie and Morty's mouths. You're a true pal, Fred, the likes of which I may never see again, gushes Charlie, never one to shy away from expressing what he really thinks. Aye, a true pal, echoes Morty. Ah, it's only a bit of ale. You would all do the same for me. Aye. The three of them reply heartily in unison. But it's the gesture that counts, Charlie pipes up alone. Looks like we may have another guest approaching, Fred, Morty chimes in. Morty, the chronic worrier, sometimes makes me worry about how much he worries. Nothing to fear here, Mort. I'll be back before you know I was even gone. You boys just hold tight and man the fort. Another guest, indeed. The fourth uninvited guest tonight, in fact. Hence why this shift has been a particularly long one. What can I do for you, mate? This here is a private lot. Silence, as to be expected.
Well then, let's have it, shall we?
I raise my axe and gesture at him to get started. I hope Fred is all right. These parts are none too safe. Morty's voice quivers.
Have a bit more ale, that'll fix ye,
Archie quips to a laughing Charlie. Morty is less than pleased. Even if I had any ale, which I haven't, how would I manage to drink some without Fred, Archie? Morty fires back.
Ah, calm down now. There's old Fred there.
What's that he's got? Morty frets again. Blimey, Fred, another one? Charlie blurts out. Aye, we haven't had 4 in one night in who knows how long, I reply. What's a man to do besides his duty? Wonderful, Fred, wonderful. We were worried he might escape you, being how hard you've been working lately. Morty exhales in relief.
Oi, Mort, you were worried, Archie replies.
Aye, Mort, nobody escapes Fred's wrath, not even Fred himself. Isn't that right, Freddy boy? Charlie enthuses. I only hope he's got enough ale to split 5 ways now instead of 4, says Morty. I've got plenty, I say, while I set our new friend's head down with a thud, resting atop the stone wall I was previously using to lean against. Blood begins to run down 3 of its 4 sides. Oh, bugger. Sorry about that, Archie. I'll clean it up straight away.
You know it's no big deal, Fred,
Archie replies sincerely. Aye, nobody does their job better than Fred. He'll have you good as new in a jiffy, Arch. Charlie beams. I pull a cloth from my back pocket and wipe the face of the stone clean for now. Archie Taylor is now clearly legible once more. There we have it, Arch, back to normal. Drinks all around on me. I pour ale into each of their mouths. Exceptional work, truly exceptional, the fourth voice cheers.
What's his name then, Fred?
Archie asks. That'll be Henry. Henry, these are my mates. Archie, Charlie, and Morty.
Hello, Henry.
Hello, Henry. Hello, Henry. They reply together, welcoming this new member to our late-night meeting group.
A bit of camaraderie to help me get through work. Graveyard shift is killer.
Graveyard is right. I am the gravedigger of this establishment. Fred is top-notch. He supplies us with ale and even helps us drink it, being that we're a bunch of loose heads and all. You can always trust Charlie for the truth. Good old Charlie. What am I to do now? Henry begins to panic as his fingers lay motionless on the ground beneath Archie's headstone. His entire body, in fact, lays still next to Archie's body, as well as Charlie's body and Morty's body.
He's beginning to sound like Mort,
Archie grumbles.
Have a drink of ale and drown your problems like the rest of us.
That's our lovable Arch, old-fashioned as he may be. I chime in. Not to worry, Henry. Open your mouth and enjoy. I pour the bottle of ale directly into Henry's mouth before topping off the other 3 once more. They tend to be in a better mood when lubricated. Ah, that's great ale. The best I've had in, well, quite a while, I presume, Henry exclaims. Yes, quite a while. I would theorize at least a month. They all return after 30 days. Aye, enjoy it, Henry. You are among friends now. Great company, marvelous drinks, fantastic atmosphere. Your new home, Henry. Relax and soak it all in. Only Henry isn't relaxing. Henry is beginning to ponder. What a dangerous predicament, a head that thinks too much. Yet that is exactly what Henry is sitting there doing. He doesn't even remember dying in the first place. Yet how did he manage to rise again? Yes, Henry, do enjoy. You're going to love being part of the group, Charlie reassures him.
Got any more ale?
Archie asks. Fred, I hate to interrupt the meeting of a new friend, but it would seem we already have another visitor approaching, Morty notices. Right you are, Morty. You would appear to be correct. And so soon. No rest for the wicked, eh, gents? I shall finish quickly and we can continue to drink. Cheers all around, yet Henry appears concerned about something deeper. With one swing of the axe, our new challenger has lost his head, which I place next to Henry's. Then I dump his body onto the pile of the previous 4, prepared for proper reburial later tonight. Henry only stares into the face of this new head. This is Arthur, everyone. Arthur, would you care for some ale? I ask. I know Arthur, but I do not remember from where. I cannot remember much of anything. Henry ponders. Archie, Charlie, and Morty look at each other in confusion, while Arthur smiles at them all.
No, that doesn't sound quite right,
Archie replies. Henry, how could you know Arthur if he just showed up here? And you also just showed up here right before him? Charlie questions with an eyebrow raised. Aye, a valid point, Morty assures. But I think I know him from before, before here, wherever we used to be. Arthur was with me. Henry peers at the group in search of support, yet finding none. Hello, all. I believe there was talk of ale. I would fancy some, if you please. Arthur speaks finally. Fred, Arthur would like you to pour him some ale, please, adds the ever-thoughtful Morty, as I am rearranging the 5 headless bodies. My apologies, Arthur. Straight away. Here we are. Open up. Fred, Henry has some rather peculiar thoughts about our new friend. He seems to think he knows Arthur from somewhere, but he has only just arrived, Charlie reveals. Still pouring the ale into parched Arthur's mouth, I turn to face Charlie in shock. My aim falters as the ale pours into Arthur's eyes. Luckily, he doesn't seem to be disturbed by much of anything thus far. Well, what do you mean, Henry? Aye, that is peculiar indeed, I reply at last. The other 4 heads don't seem any the wiser. Yes. Fred, I believe Arthur may be my brother. I didn't know I had a brother, although I know he is important to me. Henry stares at me intently, wide-eyed and confused. Well, that is impossible, Henry. Come, allow me to show you why that cannot be. I snatch the resting head from the top of Archie's gravestone and walk him a fair distance away from the group. I'm just confused, Fred. I don't remember anything at all, Henry frets. Not to worry, Henry. Do you see what I see? I grab the back of Henry's head by the hair and hold him out to scan the large, open clearing before us. These are all the misbehaved heads that came before you, and where all the misbehaved heads to follow will meet their final resting place. A graveyard within a graveyard for the more troubled individuals, if you will. Henry is mortified, and rightfully so. On the right, dozens of heads mumbling and groaning amongst each other, unable to move, stuck talking to whoever they may be situated beside. To the left of them, each of their bodies laying lifeless and awkwardly settled in rigor mortis.
I don't understand, Fred. What did I do to deserve coming here tonight? What did I do to deserve this awful fate now?
You've ruined it, Henry. You've ruined it just as all the heads below have before. All I ask of you is to chat and have a bit of ale with my mates and I. But you lot have to pry and ask too many questions. Well, enjoy your final tomb, where the company is dreadful and there will never be any ale again. I take Henry's head in both hands and boot it into the sea of jabbering rabble-rousers. Good riddance. Amid my moonlight stroll back, I hear a familiar voice call out to me. It's Charlie.
What's all this then? Where's Henry, Fred?
Regretfully, I must inform you that Henry has levied some frightfully untrue accusations against us. Terrible lies. Never fear. He will not be back to bother us again.
It's all right, Fred. We all know the truth,
Morty admits. I turn sharply to stare at my four pals as they look back at me comfortingly. What truth is that? What do you know?
We know everything, lad,
Archie replies.
We know you killed us 30 days ago, so we could rise again and spend time with you,
Morty answers. You know the truth, and you aren't mad?
Mad? Not even slightly. The end justifies the means, sir, Charlie reassures.
Aye, good company and good ale. No complaints,
Archie chimes in. Arthur smiles and nods as much as a severed head can. You guys should have mentioned it sooner, and I wouldn't have had to hide Henry like that. I'm not pleased at them knowing the truth regardless. Arthur laughs finally.
Hey, Fred, why don't you go get my brother Henry and bring him back here with us?
I think about Arthur's proposal for a moment. You know what, Arthur? That's a great idea, although I think I can do you one better. Why don't we go and get Henry together? All four heads are in cheerful agreement. So off we go down to the pit where Archie, Charlie, Morty, and Arthur get kicked into the night sky, landing roughly in the same vicinity as Henry. Oh well, perhaps tomorrow night then. I sling my axe over my shoulder and whistle while walking back to work.